Welcome to another edition of your program, Amazing Words of God, with Evangelist Tosin Akinboboye. Our faith lesson this week is titled Choices, the Story of Abraham and Lot. For the past 2 days, we have been looking at Lot's choice of location, and now his choice has pitched him against the will of God, and as his choice has become profitless in the end because he chose primarily for economic reasons without factoring God into his choice. Today we'll be looking at Abraham's choice of location and now see what happened later in the course of his choice to be able to determine the effect or the glory you get from God when you factor God into your choices. I am still on Genesis chapter 13. Today I will read Genesis 13 verse 18. So Abraham moved his tent and went to live near the great trees of Mamre at Hebron, where he built an altar to the Lord. So while Lot decided to live near Sodom and Gomorrah, that sinful city, Abraham moved to live near the trees of Mamre. So we have two locations. Abraham was living at Mamre, while Lot was living near Sodom and Gomorrah. In Genesis chapter 18, verse 1 and 2, the Lord appeared to Abraham near the great trees of Mamre, same location, while he was sitting at the entrance to his tent in the heat of the day. Abraham looked up and saw 3 men standing nearby. When he saw them, he hurried from the entrance of his tent to meet them and bowed low to the ground. So, at Abraham's location, he saw the appearance of God. At Lot's location, he saw the anger of God. So, these two verses, Genesis 13:18 and 18 verses 1 to 2, are clear examples of what can happen to you if you make the right choice. And how do you make the right choice? By allowing God to decide, by calling upon God, by seeking the face of God in making choices concerning your life. That is why I said worldly parameters are not the yardstick for making choices. As a child of God, the yardstick for making choices is to go to God in prayer and seek his face. Let God speak. You are a child of God. You are a Christian. In making choices concerning your life, let God speak. Wait on the Lord. Pray unto him. Seek his face. Because God's choice has power to affect your today and also profit you in your tomorrow. Don't be a man like Lot, who decided to live for economic reasons. You might be at the same point with the anger of the Lord. Because if you remember, at Sodom and Gomorrah, when it was time for God to destroy the city, Lot also paid every price along with the people living there. So I want to encourage you as a Christian, be a man like Abraham and let the Spirit of God be important in making choices that governs your life. I pray that you see the mercy and the blessings of God over your life, and that the power and the Spirit of God will guide you in making choices so that your choice will be the will of God and will enable you to achieve the plans and the purposes of God for your life in Jesus' name. You know you have been blessed by our message. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook for live notifications when we drop a new message.